Conversation with Ed Rising, brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people, and Ed is on the phone with us right now. So you got a new phone, huh, Ed?
Yes, I have.
It takes a while to get used to them. I know.
Well, phones are different colors. So.
Hey, Ed, we want to talk about a very serious subject because we're getting to the harvest season. We talk about it in the spring when the planters are going out and the plows, and now here we get to the fall and it's time for the harvest, and we're going to have a lot of big vehicles on our roads. And here in Indiana County, most every road qualifies as rural. So let's talk a little bit about being safe on the road. What are some of the things that we should do around farm vehicles that we encounter as we're driving along?
Well, we would like to remind people that to watch out for the farm equipment. The harvest equipment is quite larger than the planting equipment. Combines can be, 14, 15 feet wide with the dual wheels on. Visibility for the driver is, very limited because the cab is centered in the machine, and you sit so high in the air that, passing is a very risky issue. We're just asking people to be patient. Equipment moves at a decent speed, 20 miles an hour, and the farmer will get out of the way as soon as he can. There's room, or he can pull off or pulls into the field. And also the equipment that travels with them, the trucks for transporting the grains back to the farm, will also be encountered on the roadways. So
yeah, there will be a lot of tractors, and as you said, the combines come out, and of course sometimes those grain heads they're brought up by separate vehicle than the combine itself, and as we're driving along a road, we might be tempted to just zip around it on the left, but we don't know when that farmer is going to turn that tractor, and so or combine or whatever it might be, and we could get into trouble that way. And B, the Indiana County roads aren't that wide, and they're kind of windy, so extra caution really is called for because this could be a serious accident.
Yes, they are very large machines to get tangled in with.
Yeah, you just don't want to do it. Don't wait for a signal either, because sometimes there might not be a signal. There might not be a signal even on the machine.
True.
Yeah. So all of those are a big part of the fall. While I have you on the line, Ed, of course, is with the Indiana County Farm Bureau. You can talk to me a little bit about what the farming season has been like during the drought. Is the harvest going to be as good as you might wish for or anticipate in a normal year?
It's been a difficult year. Some areas have had large amount of rains at one time. Other areas have not gotten the rain that they needed timely to finish filling out the ears of corn to its full potential. The soybean crops seem to thrive better in dry weather.
I noticed that.
They're very tall, and bean pods are extra pods on the stalks. So it does look like a decent crop with that in the correct areas. So
yeah, soybeans turned quick this year too, didn't they?
Yeah, we had that weekend with 3 days of frost that in the northern part of the county has killed the stalk off where it will dry down, and hopefully the next week or two they try to get it down to 15% moisture before harvesting. So
yeah,
usually those harvesters don't start till midday. Once the dew's off, the corn they can start earlier in the day, and they run them through dryers. So. And also farmers are still finishing up their corn silage crops for the livestock, trying to get an extra cutting of hay out there for the shortfall. The second cutting being so dry was short and limited.
Yeah.
And also the produce people are out there picking their pumpkins and, finishing up the produce.
The cabbage farmers are going. Everybody, it's time. It's time for them to all get moving on the harvest, and there's so much work to be done, I know. And it's good that there is a crop. You mentioned about second cut and hay wasn't so good. Third cut looks pretty good from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's kind of filled in pretty decent. A little bit of dew helps the grass grow pretty good. Got it green again, and so hopefully they can get a little extra feed to stockpile for the winter and not have to try to purchase it. That can get expensive.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of round bales going up the road yesterday, and a couple that were being produced in the field across from the house. And boy, they seemed extra green this time. Maybe it's because I was used to seeing all the dryness of the summer, but that did look good. And of course, farmers are getting their corn in, and will be over the course of the next few months. It really sometimes it takes into December before you get all the corn in, doesn't it?
Yes, I mean some of the facilities can only handle so much supply, so you're going to take so many loads into the ethanol plant or your own drying facility to, for the dryers to dry it and put it into dry storage. So it's a slow process, but they get it done. So I also like to remind people the fresh produce or products out there, like the apples, prime season right now to stop at your local orchard and get some apples to make your favorite pie and apple dumpling. And
there you go. And
I'm willing to help try them out for them. Give a hand for testing the pie product.
You make that sacrifice, would you?
I would. Yes, I would.
Hey, folks, of course, farmers are also putting in their cover crops for the winter, as we talk about with Bob Pollock on Fridays. A cover crop is really important, especially for erosion, but also for fertilization and just to keep that field healthy. So that's something else. There will be some tillage equipment out on the roads too.
Yes, there will be. So
all right. So got to be careful around all of it. Just don't take for granted that roadway is clear on the other side and that the farmer sees you. That's one of the things. You have to make sure that whoever's driving whatever piece of equipment on the road, that they see you and that they know you're back there, right?
Yes, and with the shorter amount of daylight, they tend to be out earlier in the morning and up to dusk, and visibility can be a little hard,
Yeah.
when you're moving down the road. So
yeah, terrific. All right, so everybody should be careful. The farm equipment is out there. The farmers are working so very, very hard. It's never easy, and this year certainly is the case. It's just not easy to be a farmer, and so Ed, for everybody out there in your profession and the associated professions that go along with it, we wish you the best of the harvest.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day today, Ed.
Everybody just be patient and don't get down the road. Enjoy the fall scenery while you're following a combine.
There you go. And eat an apple while you're doing it.
Yeah. So okay.
Bye
Thanks,
now.
Todd.
All right. There's Ed Rising, Indiana County Farm Bureau. It is really the case that it's such a hard job, and they have been working so very, very hard at it, and we need to be very, very careful around them. Don't want anybody to get hurt. Don't want any